Windows notification sound being the first thing heard in the stream is pretty iconic. You guys can thank Mom Gifts for the stream. A shout out to my mom for telling me to stream. Alright, you little retro. Hi. I haven't even opened the game yet, I'm gonna be so honest. There we go. I have the Steam page open. W Mom. I know. I love her. She's fantastic. I need to grab my charger for my tablet real quick. Wait, I need to run the ads! Kid ads are running now. I'm gonna like refill my water while I'm gone as well, so I'm not back yet. What? My charger is all kinds of wrong here. Okay, it's better now. I fixed the issue. Because good god, I wasn't going to stream today. Because my mom came over to like look at the door to my shed basically was very stuck. So I was like, let's speed up the door, and she was like, hell yeah. So she came over and did that, and then we kind of just hung out for an hour and talked after, just about whatever. And I'm like, oh my god, it's so late. Like, I don't want to stream today, and she was like, you should totally stream. So I'm streaming. Mom was like, you should totally stream. I was like, I guess. I guess I'll do it. Hang on, if I set the game to capture the correct thing, that would be good. Returnal streaming, I totally am. Hello, Chew. Hi, Pippi. Hi, are you a sweetheart? Do my tablet turn on now? Okay, yes it does. It charged for like 2 seconds. It's turning on, it's all good. I'm totally streaming against all odds. No way. Yeah, Pippi, you're cute. Music jump scare. Peer pressure for the win. I'm not sure if I would call my mom my peer, but I understand the sentiment, I think. Yeah. Isn't that right, Pippi? Isn't that right, Pippi Pop? Isn't that right, Pippi Poppy? Hey. Oh my god, you're drooling so much. He just looked at me and there's saliva all around his mouth. He is so cute, but just... Oh, he left my lap. I guess he's offended. Come on. Here's my stream. There we go, I can see things now. Little ones are, they're so talkative. They're so chatty. They're so adorable. Potential jack up prices. Interesting. I guess we have to scam the mayor. Who's ready to commit scams? I am. Woohoo. Okay, that's good. We can now scam the former mayor of this island, I think. Maybe, if we're lucky. Oh my god, nothing is on display, what the heck. No, okay, what's trending today? Chico's trend alerts didn't. Oh my god, are these custom orders all collected? Okay, they seem to be. Good. My goodness. What's trending today? Claw items. Ooh. Ooh, I don't know about claw items. Forced manip for profit? Forced manip for profit just seems so min-maxing. Material. Wait, can I filter by like... Okay, yeah. Only show me claw items. Are these all the claw items I own? For the game, best wishes everyone. Thank you too. You have a good lurk. Hugos gifts, thank you. Though the stream avatars aren't active, but I appreciate the sentiment. Most stream avatars, I know. I am that horrible, it's true. I'm thinking I'll probably get the stream avatars up and running soon. Maybe. Okay, where are the things? We're supposed to have like 9 of them. Is it a small item? Okay, let's take another look at that one. Skull emoji. I wish you could just open up your inventory when you're in the store. Oh, they're small items. Oh, that makes sense. Okay, let's see your scooch scratchers. Like, we're not gonna spend all too much time doing this. Like, if the mayor just doesn't want to show up and do the thing, we'll just do other achievement-related things instead, probably. But I guess we can start the day with having just a shift. I didn't mean to open the shop. I wish it didn't immediately push you forwards when you just press a button in that menu. It's annoying. At least we wouldn't lose that much progress, and I think it auto-saves before you open up shop anyway. At least I think it does? I don't know. We'll find out. I don't know for how long I'll be streaming today, but at least for like a little bit, probably an hour. Okay, that looks good. cancelling all over the place. Truth, it's true. No chat spam. Which is very nice. I firmly believe in using the extension. So much money for like a plate of vegetables. Plant props. I think they're plant props. Well, plant items specifically. My planters, the Triceratops planters. Hello there, Batbug. Thank you. I think I've forgotten to make my model more transparent actually. Let me check. Yes, I have. Of course, being forced to go outside, oh no. I think we'll just be doing gardening, which is like fine. But still. Outside good, and going outside is like literally the worst thing in existence. Because it's so mentally exhausting. Vitamin D for the week. I was outside yesterday! And the day before that! Like I go outdoors, like I walk my cats almost daily. I know I have a lot of playtime in Rain World, but I'm not a hermit that just sits indoors. I have cats that need walkies. My kitties desire their walkies. Post is not Yara confirmed. Does Yara not go outdoors? What's this conspiracy theory? To 9 PM and sleeps like 11 AM. Does Yara go outdoors at night? Is there any sort of outdoors activity? That sounds like a tired sleep schedule. Like, I'm not an expert in sleeping, but sounds tiring. However, I am an expert in suspecting I might have forgotten to take my meds today. I'll vibe check myself soon. And maybe we'll pause so I can have an apple and take my meds. Actually, are apples acidic? Cause, maybe I'll have toast instead. We'll see. We shall see. The acidic skull emoji. Can't believe the apples would do this. pretty sure this is a gardener item. In that case, I'll just have toast instead. Toast is tasty. The DIY project. I guess I have some clay items. Yeah, no, the more I think about it, I'm pretty sure I forgot my meds. That's evil. But I know I opened the cabinet. I might have been distracted by something though. Paper, I don't care about your things you want. Chef item, don't have any chef items. Can these dinosaurs cease? Decor from the desert, I see. Financial value? No, it doesn't. Rusty, no, don't bring that up to the freaking bench. Why is there 1,000 Paleofold coming into my store? Guys, I have better things to do. Clover, leave. The shop is about to close, please. There isn't that many more items on display. So we're probably not gonna continue shopkeeping into the evening. Very good to just stop. We should look at a few decoration items we can craft and place them around town. Before we do that, I guess I'm gonna go take my meds. Because that would be pretty cool. Big stretch. Big stretch. Massive stretch. Yeah. Hello, Pippi. I'll be back in like a minute or two. Please bear with me. happy to share. I've taken my meds now, so that's pretty cool. And maybe I'll get the stream avatars open in a moment or two. Maybe, maybe not. Gå ner, Pippi. I don't really feel like having you on my lap right now, sorry dude. Because he's been on and off my lap like 3 times since I started streaming. Yeah. He's very, very sweet. But if he's gonna keep being silly about it, then I don't know, man. If he wanted to be on my lap to actually lay down and sleep, then that would be cool, but he doesn't want to lay down on my lap and sleep. He wants to do the opposite, which is lay down on my lap for a few minutes to cuddle and then get up and leave and repeat. Which is sweet of him, but ever so slightly annoying. Okay, let's see here. Which carpenter items would fit outdoors? The leaf bag would fit. The tub would fit. These ones would fit, that would fit. I'm kind of thinking I'll just go through and favorite all the items from each category that could fit outdoors. And look nice. Which may end up being more items than I was expecting, but we'll see. Especially the leafy lamp looks really, really nice. I mean, like, hey, a lot of the items wouldn't even look bad outdoors. They would just look silly, and then we could place them in like the fake houses we build. Oh, how I wish we got to decorate our own room in this game. But we don't, for some reason. Duva? Hi Caramel, do you want to go on my lap? Yeah, you're welcome to go on my lap. You're good about being on my lap. You're not silly. Artisan items. I guess we can have like a little outdoors clinic-esque area. I think that could be cute. Caramel, I feel inclined to withdraw my previous statement if you keep being silly. Diva? Sluta. She's being a menace. Now gardener items. I like gardener items. They're so pretty. Let's just favorite all of them, because I think all of them would genuinely be phenomenal to have outdoors, more or less. Tack Diva, duktig tjej. She actually stopped shockingly. I think maybe favoriting the entire gardener category is a bit overkill. But also if we do that, I can go through and craft the items and then I can like remove them, because we will absolutely have to go get more materials. So then I can just kind of remove the things from favorites as we go along and I actually craft them. Teen City Terraria would be amazing to have somewhere. Musician items? I don't really care about the musician items, unless they look nice, like this flute. That is it, really. Chef items? We could build like a little, if we rearrange the area around Atlas House and then the places where Elliot and Basil live, we can make little like restaurant areas, and I think that would be really cute. Just favorite entire category at this point. Stylist items? I don't really know if there's anything in here I want to craft. Maybe this thing? We need to get creative and build like a little stylist area or something. Basically, I just know that we need a lot of materials to build everything we've just set out to build. We should have done an inventory check before we left. We can still do an inventory check, I think. Right? Yeah, we can. Okay, so we have a decent bit of moss, bamboo, cacti. We could use more snow and light stone. And more mushrooms. Did we have any vines? We have 8 vines. Okay, we need more vines. Some normal stone could also be good. Okay, so we can find vines here, amongst other locations. We can find normal stone as well. Normal stone is really nice to have, I think. Hey, basil. Can never have too many plants. Can never have too many mushrooms. Can never have too many wheat. Can never have too many mountain veg. Like, I did notice we're pretty low on a lot of the fruit related things. So that's a good thing to get all of that collected. What kind of wood is this? Redwood. I don't remember what our status on redwood was like. I'm just gonna assume getting more redwood will not hurt. Man, we should ask Dinosaur to hang out with us if we're just gonna be collecting a bunch of resources. It's kind of a little bit late now, but... oh well. The music in this game is really nice. I do like it. I just wish we had free range over the camera and we could just move the camera as we wanted. Wow. That would make the game truly phenomenal. Pretty sure, yeah, there's this thing here, then there's some more normal stone. Okay, it's pretty good. I think that's most of the resources in this area. Oh, there's a piece of vine here on the floor, we'll grab that. And there's really nothing down here. I feel like it's a bit of a missed opportunity to not place any natural resource gathering points here. Oh well, let's get scammed for fun. Swirly servers, nice. Let's go, scams. Yes, I would say we should probably head on towards the... what's it called? The beach area. We should check what other items we need to find for the museum. I think we need one from mining in the stone area and from digging in just the sand in the beach area. But I don't remember. I don't entirely remember. Interesting. I have these two over here. Wonderful. Alrighty, let's go over here and start breaking some wood. And some sand. Yeah, like building it a little cute. Just like this kitchen area around the houses of dinosaurs that serve food and stuff would actually be really nice. I think we should do that. I think we should do that. Wow, that's a bunch of items on the floor. I wonder if I dropped some of those during a previous session. Definitely, because there's snow in there. Costco. It's a bit of a shame I didn't notice him sooner. Oh well, can only do so much. I tried my best. There we go. That plays up some more inventory space. There's like a little chair. I was like, what's a silly thing? What? Hello, tab. This bingo event? Well, I felt like it would be a big responsibility to help manage the event. So I was like, kind of don't feel like doing that and managing the event. Also, Sky, the person I would have probably asked to sign up with my teammate from Bingo 5 is in the middle of moving, or will be moving soon, and they've been very, very busy preparing for that. So they weren't signing up for the event. Like, I would say I'm pretty okay at bingo if it's just me and someone else, but it's just... I don't know, Sky is very good at routing. Sky is also good at the game. And evidently, considering we won Bingo 5, I'd say we make a pretty good team. So I would have wanted to sign up with Sky, but Sky's moving. Yes, it's Earth Day today. There might be more flowers around if we're lucky. But there's a good chance... Oh, never mind. I was gonna say there's a good chance there may not be, but there was. At least one more around, and that's a win for me. You have a Swedish letter yet? This would be a Swedish letter. The last one in the Swedish alphabet. So yes, but also no. I still think it would be really funny letting all of you vote on which alphabet we'll use next for the notifications. Which you can't see on phone? Nice. And just look at it on desktop. Would be my solution. Original anyway. Man, I'm so sleepy. Ugh. I was training today, fiber items. I can't really bother with setting up the store perfectly, it's just whatever. At least you're in for custom order, Mr. Rowan. Do you honestly consider just not delivering? Because it's like 7,000 amber isn't that much, and it's not like we need any more amber. Because we have acquired over 1 million amber already, which is an achievement. Of course the mayor is here now, but they didn't even want to haggle for the items, so it's fine. Hello, Flint. $14,000? Sure. I can help you with that one. Bamboo item. I think I kind of forgot to craft any more bamboo items. I'm pretty sure we sold our last one last stream. I don't think this is a bamboo item, but we can try. We tried. Sure, I'll purchase that. You were already level 5 because I have statues of you. Okay. Morning complete. One customer we needed to show up didn't show up. Yeah, I suppose let's go to the snow area. Snowy area. The snow area is pretty, I like it. It's a nice place. Maybe I should have played Minecraft instead. It's too late to pivot. I feel like the eepiness is just consuming me. I don't mind playing Amber Isle, but I feel like I'm not making great conversation, which isn't a crime, but it's fine to not be talking all the time. Just let the game speak for itself. Never to let you pivot, I guess. But also, would I have the energy to play Minecraft now, is the question. I do not know the answer for that. Maybe I just end the stream and take a nap, because I didn't sleep the best last night. Because I was worried about Oliver, because we went on a walk. And it was dark outside, we were just vibing, and then like I kind of stepped on his paw. So I was like, ooh, that's not good. So I was like, I'm gonna move away, so I don't step on his paw anymore. So I did that, except he moved in the exact same direction as me to get away from me, and I kind of stumbled and fell on him. I don't think I think he just got, like, bonked very hard with my knee to, like, the side. Because he didn't squeak or anything. He just looked extremely shocked and scared after the fact. But I was worried about him. He doesn't really seem injured. He struggles a little bit with jumping up on the kitchen counters, but that aside, like, he's played with Pippi today. Then he's like using his buttons to communicate and ask for food, and boss me around to clean the litter boxes and stuff. I don't know, cats are very good at hiding pain, but I think he's fine. I think the worst he was injured was I mean, okay, he got thunked by a human that weighs like 10 times as much as him. So it's understandable if he's a little bit hurt, but I don't think he's seriously injured. But I was extremely worried about him the entire night, so I didn't get too much sleep. It's just so sad, because he was having such a wonderful time. It's just like, yay, the sun is like set. Which means I can like sneak around and be like a dangerous apex predator hunting flies and moths or whatever. Or, like the darkness of the night, and it was just so fun watching him like do that. So it is a shame, really. Not really anyone's fault. I suppose I should have just stepped on his paw properly instead of being like, ooh, I should try to move. I would have much rather just step on his paw in hindsight rather than accidentally essentially falling on top of him. Ugh. Maybe I can go outside and mow the lawn for like an hour or something until my mom gets here. I don't know if I feel like doing that though. But if I do nap, then there's a chance I might just sleep through my alarms and I wouldn't be able to wake up in time to do bingo things. Because there's a bingo game for Rain World happening at 3 PM today. Currently it's 12:30 PM. So that's in like, however many hours that is. What is this redeem? Jump. Just jump. Interesting. I'm so glad I don't have text to speech as I redeem. I suppose if there was a way to set the text to speech so just the chatters would hear it, I wouldn't mind. It's only 11.5 hours away. It's very soon. Hi, Adi. 2 a.m. Congratulations on everyone who's staying up late. Yeah, I already maxed friendship with him. So no need to worry about hanging out. Now Scout? I don't know if we maxed friendship with Scout. No, we're not. Is there any more material in this area for me to even harvest? I think I harvested it all. Well, thank you for the hangout time, Scout. I'm gonna leave now. Phenomenal. The thing is for custom order a Mega Munch board. Sounds like a chef item. We could start crafting some of the furniture we want to place around the island, probably. Let's start with the light sources. Lurk, enjoy the lurk, Sorrel. Wow, wow, wow. Oh, wow, wow, wow. $16 is like really good. This is a nice fountain. Craft like 5 of them. Let's craft some bamboo items while we're at it. Okay, what else do we have in terms of like pretty decoration for the gardening category? Lovely lily. A 3 is probably good. Puddle pot. Raptor rinser. It's just a bird bath. Splashy sprout. Starfall sprouter. Okay, we're out of plants now. That's not good. Let's see here. Some more basic wood. It's probably good to have. And dark wood, I guess. I still don't understand why they don't let you just hold to craft. I think my meds are kicking in now. That very apparent of edge of unfocus and tiredness is slowly fading away. Like, I'm still going to be tired, but it really takes away the whole, I guess, the extra edge, the extra tiredness. That's so weird when I'm just like vibing and I just realize like, hey, my meds are kicking in. I'm sorry, Caramel. I can't feel my leg anymore. There's no circulation left. I have to change the way I'm sitting, little kitty. Sorry, Caramel. Yeah, you're a sweetheart. You're such a sweetheart. You're so adorable. Yeah, just rear at you now. Just rear at you, baby girl. Poor Caramel. Oh, hello, the Sakarn. Welcome on into the stream. I was just babying my kitty. Not my kitty, my cat. My beloved Caramel. The oldest out of the bunch. The old lady. My old lady. Yeah, you're an old lady, Caramel. She's not an old lady, she's like 6. Like 6 years and some months old. But she's essentially a little lady. Is that your fur just looking weird, or is there something wrong with your leg? I see, it's just your fur looking weird. I'm touching your paws, what are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do about it? She's like, no, it's tickling. Poor girl. Pet the cat, I will pet her more in just a second. And I'll petting her. Oh yeah. Oh, some shin scritches. Shin scritches are nice. We love shin scritches in this household. Should I get my camera and do like cat cam instead, maybe? Can I have a cat cam? Except it wouldn't really be a cat cam. Oh yeah. Face reveal time. We can have a kitty reveal. You already had multiple kitty reveals. I don't know, Caramel. Do you want that? You want to go on camera? I think she might... Hello, by the way, Magicap. I think she might think I'm getting up if I do try to reach over to do the thing. Grab the webcam. Which means she will just zoom off my lap immediately. So I think maybe if she moves a little bit later, that I could do it, but I don't want to disturb her right now because she's making her fur look pretty. Hang on, Caramel, let me just pull both my legs up on the chair in that case. There we go. There we go, sweetie. Yeah, look, there is so much space for you to lay down on top of now. Isn't that nice and comfy? Nice and cozy, one could say. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, she's enjoying her head scratches a lot. She's just like thonking her head into my hand as it gets close. It's so adorable. Big head butt. Big head butt. No. No, you're so sweet. You're so sweet, Caramel. All my tiredness is indeed not gone. Are you gonna lick my hand and make my hand look pretty now, Caramel? I appreciate it, thank you. She's just like, I must lick the human's hand because it's in the local vicinity. I must ensure the human is pretty and presentable. This is the wrong area, I'm realizing. I'm meant to go down here. Because I wanted to go to this area to clear up the space we could place things. Okay, right, there's no natural resources growing down here, so it's fine. Well, we can get scammed over here just for fun. Scams haven't opened for the day yet. Okay, see how it is. Which tool was it that would use to the fullest potential? Axe, I think. We almost done the pickaxe. Oh, well. Happen to know we need more mushrooms, so we might as well gather all of these. Chip chip. Lots and lots of big piles. I think it's important we gather a bunch of plants because we're out of leaves entirely. Very good. Though we do need just normal wood. We kind of need dark wood as well. Raven. Hang out with me. Walk with me, Raven. Or rather, I guess, jog alongside me. Wonderful. There's the sail station that's really nearby this location. Is there anything I can craft out of like the things I have in my inventory? I don't know. Wonderful assortment of items. Raven, are you good? Can you follow me? No pathfinding, I guess. That's okay. Very nice. We got on the goal for gathering items using a pickaxe. I'm kind of a here perspective. I wish you were in the moderator chat because I don't feel like reiterating everything. Basically, TLDR, if you practice the whole game, if you have the skills required to navigate areas, a random spawn shouldn't be an issue. Having set spawns would just seriously reduce the chances of more niche shelters or location being revealed, well, being played. Mario chat go brr. Yes. Because like there's the argument that people are tired of seeing just chimney, canopy, industrial, outskirts, shaded citadel. Which I can understand that, seeing the same, you know, 4 regions being heavily visited. Every single bingo game with the sheer amount of bingo games we have can be a bit tiring and repetitive. But then there's also like, we don't want to put players who are less experienced in areas where they're more likely to get stuck. Which means that the only areas we could put them in are the central areas because they're the areas everyone is familiar with. So it's like, I can see both sides of the coin. Like, set spawns would ensure that players actually have a fun time and they're able to leave their spawn, which I think is really important. But also, that just straight up means we're only going to see the central regions. Probably. Yeah, you could just set the spawn to one of a niche shelter, but then if players are stuck, that kind of goes against the whole reason as to why set shelters are good to begin with. I firmly believe that players should be able to leave whichever area they spawn in. And if they don't, it's extremely unfortunate and probably not fun for them, which I don't think their enjoyment should be compromised for viewer enjoyment. But it's also like, I can understand why people would want set spawns. And I'm not against it, but I don't want to have set spawns for my boards. Which is why then if you were in the moderator chat, you would also know this. Sigma chimed in and was like, hey, like, you know, when you finish making a board, you could just press, you know, start bingo, and you could have like, you know, it will give you a random shelter. Like the game could put you literally anywhere, and whichever shelter gets selected after you pressed play could be your quote-unquote set shelter. It'll technically still be random. How did you see that? Because you were not in the moderator chat. Oh right, because I just cross-posted a message to the Bingo Maker chat. Which I really quite like that. That's a good way to go about it. But I still don't want to sit down and assess that random spawn that was assigned. Like, I would just want players to go with that. In my opinion, you should be able to leave any shelter you get spawned in, but also I can understand that you're probably not going to be able to, especially if you're less experienced with the game. My inventory is like full. I just think random spawns are fun, and random spawns are a big part of inherently bingo mode and expeditions. Being able to improvise, adapt, and overcome. And also, I just think if there's a board with an actual set spawn that's balanced around the set spawn, if the set spawn is like, you take these players who are less experienced at the game, and the set spawn and the board is designed around, you know, like starting in subterranean, like in the middle of filtration system, or by the drainage to sub-gate. And you're like, there's a set spawn to this board, and you load into the game. The players are gonna sit there and they're gonna know you purposefully put them in a spot that's extremely challenging for them to navigate out of. But just doesn't feel great to me. Like, even if the board is well designed, it doesn't feel great that the players know that you purposefully put them in a location that may be difficult to leave just because the board demands it. Because I don't remember the team name. Is it Wanderlust? No. I don't remember which team Diana is in, but Diana's team. Diana and Cubifier. They had a board which spawned them purposefully in unfortunate development as Survivor a Monk, and they had an absolutely terrible time. And then they got a rivulet that rolled as their next character they were gonna play for like a different game, like the game after that, which the board set spawn wanted to spawn them in the rot. And I think Diana almost dropped out then and there in the middle of the tournament. Because it's just like, okay, it's telling the runners that it's a random spawn, and they just happen to spawn in an area, and that is like, okay, you know, it's Rainbow, stuff happens. But also the extra mentality of, we are going to put you in a really difficult, annoying location just because that's the best for the board, doesn't really inspire confidence on a mental level. Like, it would be the same regardless, like, if you spawn in the rot, like, regardless if it was a set spawn or random spawn, the game is probably going to play out the same. But giving the runners the knowledge that someone purposefully put you here might make them feel more negative about it. Which, I don't want that. Or they might feel more resentful towards the person who made the board. Because why would you put me in such a bad, quote-unquote, bad location? Which is something I'm also concerned about. As a result, yes. And sometimes games are one-sided and you can't really do a whole lot about that. Like, they did get out in the end, they were just slightly behind you and Dingus. At least for Diana. I think Cubifier was the last one to leave, which is, again, understandable because it's a very rough spawn. Um, but again, it's also like, if it would have been a random spawn, would they have felt would they hypothetically have felt as resentful towards it? That's what I'm wondering. Okay, I think there are 2 more things to donate to the museum. Let me open up my guide and see which ones they are. Yes, probably not, maybe not at least. We can't say for certain. Which presents the issue of, do we tell runners if it's a set spawn or if it's a random spawn? Because you will just here at the subconscious level create expectations if you say it's a set spawn versus a random spawn. Does it feel good to be like, hey, it's actually, you know, it was random all along, but it was secretly set spawn? Just weird. Would have found out. I mean, it was discussed at the intro of the VOD. Then what do you mean you were never told? Oh wait, right, I think Diana and Cubefire asked if it was a set spawn. But your team may not have done that. The unknown totem, digging in the beach area. And a diamond, which has gone from mining in the snow area. So it's just like, is that information we should give out to runners, or is it information we should keep to ourselves to not inherently create biased expectations? It is, I mean, yeah, for like, technically it's random, like you don't know the spawn until you're actually in the game and you see where you spawn. But it's just the little mental bit. Blanket is back on my shoulders. Mining a snow area and digging in the beach area. We haven't been to the beach today. Let's go to the beach. Beach time. My dinosaur looks just about as prepared for the beach as I am, but I go to the beach. Also known as wears long-sleeved thick sweatshirt. Ah, sweater, not sweatshirt. Make it have no gravity. I don't mind a rot. Like, I specifically... Like, could you imagine my disappointment? Like, for Bingo 5, like, me and Sky, we sat down, we practiced difficult spawns. I practiced difficult spawns, like, I sat down, like, I got spawned in the rot, I think, more or less every single time I played Rivulet. So actually practicing that, and then hearing for even Bingo 5 that, hey, if you spawn in a bad area, like Luna, or like, you know, the middle of the rot, we're probably just gonna re-roll the spawn if it's random, which just really annoys me. Like, yeah, sure, it's maybe not, you know, the perfect spawn, but it's a spawn you arguably have to practice getting out of. So even then it was just like, okay, well, there goes all that practice to waste. But I think rewarding players for actually sitting down and practicing and knowing the layout of more niche locations is important. We already wrangled Miranglow on everyone. At least force them to learn the layout of the land. Get out there is all. And that is unfortunate, but also every other person could have practiced prior to that to be able to leave. Like, yeah, don't get me wrong, the recipe sucks, I hate it. I probably need precipice exposure therapy personally. And it's one of the areas me and Sky did practice, and I would prefer going down Moon's leg. I would prefer going down through the middle exit of Moon's underhang and going to the left and going down the entirety of Moon's leg rather than going through the precipice. Personally. Is it slower? Yes. Can I leave through the precipice? No, because that's an area I haven't practiced well enough. Which is really a skill issue on my part. Giant skill issue and don't think about it. Sometimes rain world happens, death loops are inevitable. But I feel like there's a difference between this person is obviously stuck in a death loop and they're having a horrible time, because like the best thing I've found, I don't know if it's just a mental trick or not, but for me personally, if I'm stuck in a death loop, especially when I was less experienced at the game, when I only had, you know, like 400 hours or something, or even less, if I was just having an impossibly difficult time getting anywhere from point A to any point in the game, I would just be like, okay, clearly this cycle is just bad, like the creatures just end up in bad positions. So I would do my best to just get some food and go back and sleep, and then the next cycle I wouldn't have as much issues leaving because creatures would have probably been killed off by other creatures. Creatures that would have specifically been causing me problems otherwise. It's not really something you can do in bingo, especially with the amount of pressure, but if you're struggling, genuinely just sleep a cycle and then you're probably able to leave. Unless it's RT. Unless it's RT. Slow it down and take it easy is... Oh my god, they're having like a consultation. They're having like a private meeting about banking matters. I'm just standing here talking about bingo. That's really cute how they're just sitting down like that. Aww. I think spawning in Underhang, other experience Metropolis is bad because there's no Wobia. Spawning Industrial is 5 guys if you can move to other things. It's skill and good strategy and winning. I agree, absolutely. Some dead-end regions, you can argue that Underhang is not a dead-end region because it connects to 3 regions, that being Pebbles, Chimney, and Shaded. But it's essentially a dead-end region. And if it's, if Waterfront Facility is real, you know, there's technically 4 gates. I'm an Underhang hater. I hate grapple worms. I never learned how grapple worms work. I have over 2,500 hours in the game. I will die on this hill. They're bad. It's a skill issue, yes. It's a skill issue and I hate them. And they're the worst creatures in the game. They're the worst creatures that don't do anything to the player. They're just vibing. I just hate them. Personally, I think Metropolis spawn is... It's interesting, because you need 5 karma to leave. So either you spend a bunch of time farming karma to be able to leave, assuming you're not playing as Artie. You're just farming a bunch of karma to be able to leave, but also I love Metropolis. Can we get a game where we spawn Saint in Metropolis? Because Saint has like a built-in grapple worm tongue. And I think that would just be fun. Went down and around and hanging with them at the same time. Braving the memory crypts in bingo is insane. Enjoy the lurks, Earl. Enjoy the lurk. Good luck with lurking. There's definitely a fine balance between the starting locations, and I think if you're at the point where you're already setting spawns, you kind of have to sort of adhere to that system, but I would prefer if the spawns were just random. Hello, Cyril. Hi. What time is it? It's 1 PM. I should check if my mom has texted me actually. Because she was gonna try to text me before she was busy. Before she came over. She has not texted me yet. I think having just players of all skill levels join the event is really... It's interesting and good because it allows, you know, more people to just join and have fun. Especially if you're joining with a friend, even if you lose, you're generally having a fun time. From what I've gathered from talking to teams. But... But also, I don't think we will be having a lot of these issues. I don't think having set spawn would even be a discussion if we actually adhered to and checked everyone for the requirements, which were either 1 speedrun or 5 Rain World Server challenges. There would be considerably less people able to join Jazz, which means less people would be able to have fun. But I'm pretty certain if we actually went through and just checked, or required players to submit like, hey, here's a link to a thing I've done, we wouldn't be having these issues. Or they would be significantly less. Is that you today? Okay. Let's return to shop. Wait, I want to decorate today. We haven't really cleared out any important areas though. We should put some things on sale. In the shop. It's just, you know, I can absolutely understand that. Like, trying to think rationally and make decisions while you're under stress, even if it's just video game stress, is crazy. Being able to improvise, adapt, and overcome, and just reroute on the fly if things don't work out is a skill that takes a lot of time to just even get a feel for. And especially remaining calm as well. Like, I was hella nervous before all bingo matches I played for Bingo 5. To the point where it's just like, okay, I'm sitting down, it's like we're doing setup, and I'm just like sat in spot just shaking from anxiety. And then being able to take that and like when you actually get to split up, just completely shut that down emotionally and just focus on the game. Takes a lot. Takes insane amounts of self-control and dedication. And that's what worked for me, but not everyone is at the point where they can do that. So yes, very stressful environment. Unintentionally. Ooh, we should see what we need to craft the big guys. The big statues. Are there a carpenter item? I don't remember. I think they're stone items. Can I search for like a large stone item? Oh, there they are. They cost a lot to craft. Okay, we're out of light stone bricks now. Moving to both final 2 matches essentially made game-saving goals lives, but it didn't feel like good. I was more relieved when I did it. And I'm like amazed. That's really how it goes. because you're not in danger at that moment, you've eliminated that temporary sense of danger. But you were still very much in the game. The game can be stressful. Begin the next day. I forgot to complete custom order. Whoopsie daisy. Hopefully they didn't really need that item. Oh well, the customers can wait. Thank goodness they didn't cheese us. It's always nice when everything works out in the end. I do know there were two major moments for me in Bingo 5. I believe one of them was the Spearmaster. I know one of them was for the Spearmaster game. And I believe the other one was for a Survivor game. Where I lost out. Okay, for the Spearmaster game, I lost. Of course, there's a stump down here now. There's never been one here before. Amazing. You're ruining my life, dude. For the Spearmaster one, I lost out on a goal by mere frames. Because if I'd gotten one more wrap of fast pole climbing, just like one more boost, then I'm confident I could have locked in the goal first. I'm never gonna let that go. But it's just like, okay, I wake up, I'm like, okay, the goal is gone, I just immediately reroute to do something different. And being able to just let go of it immediately is very important, and not be like, oh, what am I gonna do now, but have like a clear, concise plan, like, hey, either if I get this goal or I don't, do this thing instead. I don't know what you think you come first. That would be interesting. It'll be interesting to see which teams will be able to progress to the next stage. It's a little bit of a shame Leon and Aira are out of the tournament, but also I know they didn't do like any practice for the tournament, so it is what it is. To the region at a time. You live, you learn. The echo screen. Oh, that one. That was fun. It wasn't fun. Narrated voice. It wasn't fun. I think I want to rotate this one. Here we go. The game not at each other. I mean, hey, if that's a dynamic that works for your team, then don't feel bad about making it work. Even if it is lots of yelling. What kind of fence would look good for this area? What does NPCs have for their houses? Ooh, that one with lanterns on it is pretty cute, actually. We'll select that one if I can find it. can't find it, I'm blind. Seeing is not real. A wheelbarrow would be kind of cute, I think. Got a better detilting though. You live, you learn. There it is. That's the fence I was looking for. That is very good to hear. That's very nice to hear. Less tilt. More video game. Is this even fence? It looks like fence. Is it not fence? Have I been scammed? It's possible. Maybe it's supposed to be combined with fences. No, that looks bad. What did we do good? It's the only... Well, it's not the only good mentality, but that's a good mentality. Both just want to play video game. And have a fun time. And do good. Is there any bushes that aren't like super dramatic? That's a cactus. Oh. Caramel, who's just been in my lap this whole— wow, why is it wavy? Caramel, who's just been in my lap this whole time, she's just like... She was trying so hard to keep her head upright for the longest time. And then she just kind of thonked her head down on my lap, just bonk. It's good. We had to win the crushing everyone, siphoning their joy. It's one way to go about doing it, yeah? That is how you could go about doing it. And as long as you're having fun, I guess. Who am I to judge? Yeah, well, I'm sorry, Caramel. You're the one who keeps putting your head down. Mage Reapers did their job. But what if they had a fun time and they want to fight you again? Then what do you do? Even if they lost really badly. Failure. Okay. And what if they had fun? Is this valid placement? No, it's not. Tire strike. Let's go. It's going pretty good. We do be decorating. Slowly but surely. The decoration montage is happening. It is pretty. Well, it is becoming pretty. Decoration montage! Yes, I want the puddle pots. They are so cute. They're so tiny, but they're so cute. Boom. That's some insane gameplay right there. If a good sit down and you be sad. I can understand that. But also you played really good. Being able to play well and do well and Like, it's just, it's so difficult because you're probably having a fun time, hypothetically, playing bingo. And you don't want to see the other team sad because they lost, but also you probably had a fun time playing the video game. Meow. Pippi says meow. These roses could probably be a, well, roses lily could probably be a wildflower. Didn't we have like a tall bamboo in here as well, or was that a large item? Oh, it's here. The only time I actually felt bad playing bingo for Bingo 5 was after me and Sky won the grand finals, because Sigma was so insanely heated about the board and complaining to literally everyone about how miserable the board was and how bad of a job they did designing it. At which point I just felt guilty and bad for doing my best and playing the game after we won the entire tournament. Which wasn't fun at all. It's probably my least favorite match I played for Bingo 5, actually. Unfortunately. Well, it should have been, ideally, you know, the highlight. But it wasn't. Many else feel bad. I feel like it would be a bad person for saying I'm happy he feels a bit regretful and remorseful about that, but also part of me is also like, okay, it's nice that he recognized that it probably wasn't the best approach. This flower pot is too big. We can't have this being out here in the wild. Well, we could. We can just stand on the tame flower side. But I don't want it there. I'm looking for an item that's not in that category. It's just like, okay, they got absolutely crushed because they got rain worlded on. Which can happen to everyone. So I can absolutely understand that. Well, I know Skeffir had a pretty fun time. Skeffir got to show off some movement, which is what they wanted to do. But it's also, it's never fun just getting stuck in place. What if we just move? Why can't I place things in these two spots, actually? The board was bad. I think the board was good. I think the board was good. It might have just been because we won, but I do think the board was good. It wasn't outrageous. Isn't tiny plants are the best? Maybe. Maybe we can make a little. Maybe we can place some benches here. We can have it be like a little hangout area for the dinos. Did I craft any benches yet? I don't think I did. Nah, okay, I didn't. I only crafted plants, which is very in character. I like plants. Maybe crystals. Crystals could be good. I would need to craft crystal things. I think. Wait, hang on. Let's see. Do we have any pretty decoration items we can use? I think my favorite game I played for Bingo 5 was probably the one versus Eerie and Twistlet. Because my god, they were a fearsome team. And it was neck to neck the entire time. And like, we spawned Spearmouse the game, we spawned in Subterranean next to the water pit. It was probably the most intense game I played. It was bad. Reacting so negatively. I can understand that. But also, and I think that's something, and I know that's something Sigma has been working on, is if he is overwhelmed by things in Bingo, he can ask for help and others can do the goals. Because as an example, Skeffir had been doing a lot of score running around that time. Skeffir knew how to kill things for points really quickly, really easily, really conveniently in Industrial. The Skeffir was like, hey, should I do this? Sigma was like, no, I've got it. When he unfortunately did not got it, and they lost his square. And he also didn't safety shelter after leaving drainage in Outskirts and tried to cross the toll carelessly, I think, in Outskirts of Farmer Race. Which got him killed while I safety shelter and passed the toll a bit slower but safer. And I think had Skeffir been successful to going up to Sky Islands and she didn't get vibe checked, that game would have played out very, very differently. But unfortunately, she got skill checked by some random lizard that fell on her from a screen position, I think, and that essentially sealed their fate. Like, I was explicitly like at the start of the game, because I know Skeffir, I've almost known her for 2 years. I was just like, so I'm not even going to bother going to Sky Islands because Skeffir is going to go to Sky Islands and contest that, and I'm not able to outspeed her, and Sky, you're not able to outspeed her either. And Skeffir did try to go to Sky Islands. And our choice of, you know, staying out of Sky Islands, even if she didn't end up going there in the end, probably helped us a lot. And Skeffir dang did try to go there. And knowing the team you're fighting, knowing your enemy is also important. There is no cute benches. This bench will be sufficient for now. Nice bench. Let's get some things. Any pronouns you go neutral to be safe. Skeffir is just whatever. Basically, I asked Skeffir like, hey Skeffir, what's the pronouns people use the least for you? And she was like, she, her. So I'm just using she, her. Skeffir is good with any pronouns though. They, he. But he explicitly asked, and she was like, it's whatever. I'm like, cool beans. Uses the pronouns people don't generally use for them. I do like to change between they and her for them. Interchangeably. But it's really whatever. They don't mind. Skeffir comes all the same regardless. Absolutely cracked at the game. Oh my god. There's so much nature placed here already. What do you mean there's not enough? Okay, there's like no decoration actually. Never mind. I was like, what do you mean there's enough naturistic things? But I can see why there really isn't that much nature things. Is that a Reaper reference? Maybe. Depends on how you'd want to take it. I'm sorry for existing KRML. I'm using my keyboard to navigate the menus here. and Caramel just happens to have her head immediately like under my hand when she's like sleeping on my lap, so I just keep like touching her head, and she's just like, stop that. Like, please, I'm trying to go EP here. But she shall not EP. We can almost make a rainbow out of the bushes provided to us here. Let's make a rip-off rainbow. No, I accidentally exited out of the menu. Pride shall not happen, apparently. Skiffer is a good way of describing it, yes. The skiff here. Where is my bushes? They are here. Close this. Nature items. Then we have yellow. And what color comes after yellow? That's Dennis, because he also put Annie on the stream and he just told me I don't care, I don't know, Kappa Chunks. Why is that so in character? It sounds like something Dingoes could say. Why is there green bush? It looks larger than the other ones. It's kinda evil, I think. Just whatever. My god, it's essentially a rainbow made out of bushes. That's crazy. I don't think I actually want them here. We'll put them away for now. Being able to just be silly and just be yourself and still gamer and just chat with your teammate is so important. I really appreciate Sky. Because Sky was always pretty calm and collected during bingo, and I tried to be, but sometimes I was just like a bit stressed out. Especially when there were like no goals left on the board for me to get, and Sky was like off getting them, and it was like, please! Please live! Please do your best! Like, please Sky, you got this. Don't go too fast, but still go fast. And Sky would just be like, cozy, it's okay. I've got this. And they did got it every single time. No, Caramel! She jumped off my lap because I patted her when I moved, and she was like, oh no, the human is gonna get up. I wasn't gonna get up. And I feel like just being able to sit down with your teammates even during matches, and they're like, they communicate what they do, which is really nice. I really like when my teammates do that, when they give me constant status update on how things are going. And then if they're like, okay, I'm gonna go do this now, then I can just be like, hold on. If I disagree, I can be like, hold on, I don't agree, motivate your decision. What makes you feel like you should go do this? So just like kind of understanding their thought process, but also being able to be like, I don't actually think that's a good idea. Could you please focus on this instead? And I'm considering that is really valuable. I don't want a tree here, I think. Trees are evil, because they're tall and obscure your vision. Now a rock, however, that rocks. NPC when looking to the mesh, you respond to calls, we should relax a bit more. Well, you've got a lot more games ahead of you. Hopefully that is something you feel like you will be able to do for future games. It takes a lot of practice. I will forever love the developers of this game for sitting down and looking at the items and being like, we have this big hedge thing here, let's only make one square off it be required to place on valid collision for it to actually be able to like function. Like, yes, I love that. That means I can just place it here. That's a lie. But I can place it here if I want to. Something of easier said than done? Absolutely. Way easier said than done. Ooh, that's a cute little pot with like cattails in it. Ooh, I want to place this here, but there's a tree in the way. Oh my god, the designing, that's crazy. What are those stumps? Ooh, they have mushrooms on them? Give me this. Give me this. That's beautiful, I love it. Right, Astrike suggested crystals down here. Let's get some sparkles going. I will trust Astrike's judgment. Astrike knows what she's talking about. We'll just find a good spot for the crystal. Wait, hang on, is there a smaller crystal patch? Yeah, now we're talking. Oh, wait. Ooh, this is gonna be epic. We need big crystals for this. No way, that's crazy. Mwah, chef's kiss. Astrike was right. This place needed some crystals. Basically, just keep vibing and you'll probably be fine. Or try to vibe more if you feel like you're not vibing enough, I suppose. Oh, what's this thing? It's really pretty. It's a shame there's a staircase there. I don't care. It goes on the staircase. I said it would look good on the staircase, so therefore it does. I can place things in the river? Yo, this changes everything. Yo. Can I place a house in the river? Who's getting relocated? For science. You, Russell, you're getting relocated for science. Oh, it's not a valid housing position. Okay, I guess. Oh, come on. Eek. Yeah, but if I can place things in the water, then... That's really nice. Can I place things here? No, that's invalid water. I'd like to make a little hangout spot here later, but one area at a time. I think we need more crystals. Crystals fixes all the problem time, is it okay? It is o'clock. Crystals can fix all your problems. It's just factually correct. What do you think, Raiders? What if you wanted to decorate an area, but you're like, there's not enough colors here? And then someone was like, you should place crystals. And do you agree, yes or no, the crystals make everything better? There's a crystal here and one hiding over here. Like, without it, it just feels kind of plain, but with the crystal, it feels so much more alive. Hello, by the way, Wildstar. Let me give you a proper shout out. Thank you so much for the raid. That is incredibly generous of you. And hi, Raiders. I'm Kosa Gifts. I use they them pronouns, and today we are, I believe shout out is a real command. Thank you, Twitch. There we go. Today we're playing Amber Isle. It's a cute game about you play as a little dinosaur. And yeah, that's about it. We're currently decorating the island, because you get free reign to decorate like the biggest island ever. We should probably save the decorations we placed so far, because it doesn't auto-save while you're decorating. But thank you so much for the raid. If you do have to raid in a raid, I can completely understand that if you've been live for a long time or if it's just late for you and you have to skedaddle. But else, please feel free to hang out and tell me about how your stream went and what you were up to. What shenanigans did you stream? Hello? Let me enter. Was just started on Ember Island? You're also playing it. That's wonderful. That is phenomenal. Love that. In that case, I don't have to like explain the entire lore about this game because oh boy, there's a lot of lore. There's so much lore. Like slabs the roof of the title. This bad boy can fit so much lore in it. Surprisingly. I think we did good today. Do we have a custom order due today? Ooh, deal. We should probably make sure we don't miss out on another custom order. The game is the extension of it. That's kind of what it feels like, because our Amber, which is our main currency, doesn't matter anymore because I have just unlocked everything. And then the secondary currency, Inspiration, doesn't matter anymore. Because guess what? I've unlocked everything. I got the achievement for having 1,000,000 Amber. Hang on, let me tap this customer, because that will pause the game. So then I can read the longer message. Interrupt you, but the game in 80 minutes. Do you want to take it? You're here and you're a little bored. You ask me, and you were saying something with you. You may be busy. I might be busy, but my mom hasn't texted me yet, so I don't know if I'll be. I don't know if I'll be busy. If you do want to do it, then I would appreciate that, because my mom did tell me, she was here at like 10 this morning, and she was like, I will drop by later, at some point during the day. And I'm like, okay, what will that be? She's like, I don't know. So maybe it could be better if you did that, but Cyril, there is something I want to make sure and just check in with you first. You are taking care of yourself, right? Like, you're not doing too much bingo things, are you? Because I know you've been helping out with a lot of games the past few days, and I don't want you to overwork yourself. Because if the game goes smoothly and everything, and if Sheldon does Game Master for the game, and he's able to just use Parsec to control OBS from my PC, then it shouldn't really be an issue, I think. But okay, I'm just making sure because you're very, very generous and sweet for helping out so much, and I truly do appreciate it and everything you're doing for this event. And hopefully, I will be able to help out more soon. It's just that I've been very busy the past week. I'm very tired. But just make sure to not overwork yourself. That now it's fine. I'm very happy to hear that. I just wanted to make sure of that first, before I was like, you can do it. Because taking breaks is important. My Game Master Secret 4 is one of your boards. Well, if you're serious about wanting to try Stream Tech, I think maybe if we just confirm beforehand that your system would be able to handle it and your network, I'm just saying, we would be more than happy to have more people help out with that. Obviously, we would need to ask Iced first, because Iced is the one who is responsible for this Speedrun Events account on Twitch, and we aren't allowed to just give out the streamer key however we want. Anything but you like the vibes? I think the vibes are just so good. It's so good. You have all these, you're like a little shopkeeper on this island, and you sell people things. And you help them with quests, except I have... Well, I've completed every single quest in the game. So we're not doing the quest part, but before you complete every single quest in the game, you help them out and you can become friends. It's like Animal Crossing and Stardew Valley, kind of. Except you don't really do any farming and you do shopkeeping instead. Farming. What Stream Thing does, never streamed before even. We would be able to, when I say we, probably me and some other stream techs would be more than happy to sit down and kind of show you what would be expected of you, and if you have any questions or concerns, we would be more than happy to help. Because I know Holly isn't able to do stream tech anymore because Holly's internet has just started being really silly. We don't have any paper items, I think. I'm sorry, Astro. Explain a few things to you. Like, Moxie, if you were available... If you would be available to look at things right now, at least I would be good to just end my stream and check in with that. Check in and just see how things go. And help explain things and answer questions. Because I wasn't planning on streaming for a long time, and I've been live for 2 hours. I haven't had a single sip of water since I went live. I'm gonna have some water. More water. I will have more water. Thank you, Cyril. You can never have... Okay, well, you can have too much, but you can never have too much. And I'm gonna stand up and stretch as well. Ooh, big stretch. Wow, wow, wow. Hello, Diva. Are you here to admire me stretching? Hello, Diva. Do you want to be petted? Come here. Come here, ma'am. Hello. Hello, sweetheart. Oh, she's so cute. British, yes. Quite British. Just had some water from my bottle of water. Fembo? No, I don't get a boop. I don't get a boop. Let me finish up this shift, and then I'll probably stop the stream. Some plant items, say less. I don't think that's a plant item. But we do have plant items. I almost want to commission someone in real life to make a, like, plant potter like the one that's on the display in game right now, because it's so cute. Because the kind of flower that's growing in that is a, I don't remember the English name. Let me see what it's called in English. It's not a Palea, is it? Palea? Oh, it is. It's a kind of Palea. Palea? P-I-L-E-A. Palea. Which I have one of those in real life. They're really pretty. They're mildly toxic to cats and dogs, so I keep it out of cats' reach. But I would love to just have like a Triceratops planter and have it in. It would be so cute. I want something like that in real life. Wow, I feel so much better after having some water as well. Very nice. You know what? No, I'm gonna decline that. I almost accidentally did it, but I'm just gonna decline it on purpose. Hello from Finland. Hello, Kristen. How's been the stream? It's been pretty good. We are at the end of the Swedish alphabet now, with being the last letter of the Swedish alphabet. So I'm gonna be taking suggestions for which alphabet we should use for the live notifications next, I think. Because we are slowly but surely running out of letters. I was considering moving on to just numbers later, but then I would literally never ever run out of live notifications. That would be kind of boring after a while. So I don't know. Australian alphabet, isn't that the same as the English one? Do you take letters that take up 2 characters actually? Because then Hungarian has some. That's interesting. Maybe? I don't know yet. I haven't really thought about the rules of... I haven't really thought about the rules I would want to follow for the alphabets for my line notifications. Just a normal alphabet that said funnier. Ah, that sounds silly. That sounds pretty silly. Unfortunately, I'm gonna end the stream. The stream is over, party. I think I'm gonna have my apple now, because I couldn't have my apple earlier when I took my meds. Because my meds are like, you shouldn't eat acidic things. I'm gonna check. Sorry, I accidentally ran 3 minutes of ads. Sorry. It was genuinely an accident. Whoops. Whoopsie daisy. My goodness. You need to stupid stuff like that, but also have... That's not quite your expense. True. Hang on, let me see. How much do I usually gain from ads? Let me see. Where do I do that? Analytics? Overview? Ow. Okay, let's see. On average, I gain $0.01 from ads per stream. I guess that also depends on how many viewers I've got. If it's like an average kind of day, it might be around 0.20 from ads per around 3 hours streamed. Let me see. Okay, so the 14th of August. I earned 0.58 from ads and I streamed for 5 hours. That's like 5 Swedish kronor, that's hardly worth it. so silly. Wait, same category? Someone else is streaming Amber Isle? It's in France! It's in French! Do more ads? I kind of don't want more ads. I'm gonna be honest. I think that's kinda lame. I like to run my 3 minutes of ads at the start of the stream and just then not have... Okay, if you join the stream after the 1 hour mark at that point, you will still get pre-rolls, but if you're continuously watching the stream, you shouldn't get ads. Who cares? You don't get them. I don't want to plague people with ads. There's no one streaming today. Come on, it's Sunday. Why is no one streaming? Filled up a category. Rain World. In the campaign. Deathless attempts. No Guardian skip. What the heck? Farewell, Kristen. Thank you so much for dropping by and saying hi. Might need it. It would be a very small raid. Which is the bad thing. There's actually a lot of people streaming Rain World and they're streaming it in English, surprisingly. Someone has the category as Rain World but is streaming Battlefield 6. The monk, because I suck at Hunter. That's a funny title. Let me check out the person you suggested in that case. I'm usually open to suggestions. Basically the same, I see. Let me search by person. Oh yeah, this is a yeah. Wait a minute, is this stream in English? Because I can barely understand the title. I've decided I'm not raiding anyone today. I'm just ending the stream. So thank you all for hanging out today. I've had a pretty fun time playing Amber Isle, and shout out to my mom for telling me I should stream the... Well, she didn't tell me specifically to stream Amber Isle, but shout out to my mom for encouraging me to stream, even if I was like, I'm too tired to stream. She was like, no, you should stream. So I guess I didn't have much of a choice, and here I am. I had a fun time. I do hope that everybody has a wonderful rest of your morning, noon, afternoon, evening, night, whatever time it is for you. I hope you have a lovely time. No more from Cozy today. Smile, yes. No more. No more Cozy. I'm gonna get up and just move around a little bit properly to get, you know, like my blood flowing to my legs and just moving. It's very good after you've been sitting down for a bit. But then I will be in voice chats to do things. In Rain World Speedrun event server, probably. We'll see. I can't even move channels anymore. All my rights are gone. Okay, but I'm ending the stream now. Goodbye, everybody. Take care of yourself. Take your meds. Have a snack. Have some water. Don't be like me. Don't talk for 2 hours straight and have no water. I'm leaving. Bye-bye.